Hierophant. I am Crystal, your tarot reader, and welcome, my dear. Listen, if you haven't had a chance to look at your Libra general reading for February 2020, go check it out. There may be some nuggets in there for you that might be beneficial. Right now, stick around because we are going to be talking about your money, finances, business, job, career, and maybe we can figure out what are you being called to do. First things first, before we move forward, let me know, Libra, would you like this type of video every month or every other month, once a quarter? Let me know. It'd be my absolute pleasure to accommodate you. My love, let's start with your center card, and this is the overall energy for all those things we just talked about. And it is the Queen of Wands on that side. I am using the vice versa tarot deck, so there's different perspectives on the court cards and all the cards actually, just so you could see that's what the inner side looks like, and this is the outer. So that energy is telling me that we are in deep thought about our next move in regards to our money, job, and our calling. You've actually positioned yourself to face that phoenix, you see, almost like you're trying to draw into that energy. And if you saw the outer side, her feet are laying securely to the ground like she's trying to get that energy from the earth. Because your perspective has changed. You've had a life change. It's not recent, but it's one that's big enough to where now you see life a bit differently, Libra. When before you were very clear, you were like that Queen of Swords. You were very clear about how you wanted things to look, how you wanted your money and your bank account to look, what type of job. You knew what that looks like. Now that you've had this life change, you're like, it looks different. And you're almost amazed by that. You're trying to figure out, how do I now transform my life to this new outlook? Okay, so first we're going to talk about your money, and your money's in your moon energy, Libra, because let's face it, we don't want folks knowing how much money we have and how much money we don't have. And Libra, trying to talk about money and career with you, friend, you like to talk about love. I mean, you are under Venus after all. So trying to get this information out was a challenge for me. But let's do it. First card I got was the Justice card on her outer self. The Temperance card on her inner self. And these are beautiful. And the Two of Chalices on the outer. So the first thing I want to talk about, Libra, is like I had mentioned before, I know money's not your favorite thing, but I feel like that have we applied for something? Maybe applied for a loan, applied for a car, applied for a house, or wherever this resonates with you as far as applying for something. I just want to make sure that you are balancing everything out. So for example, let's say you buy a Porsche, right? So luxury vehicle, you got the car payments exactly where you wanted them, but are we thinking about how much the oil changes cost, how much new tires are going to cost, and the upkeep? That also needs to be configured in what your monthly payment is. Same thing with buying a house, a condominium, a boat, a business, right? Maybe we got this building that we wanted, but how much is the rent going to be along with the employees that I'm going to have to spend money on, their health insurance, 401k, etc. So configure everything in, not just that thing that we applied for. Okay? Make sure it's not burdensome to you, and that'll be helpful for you for sure. With the Two of Cups, for those of us that are coupled, or even in partnerships, and to where, we share money, so to speak, make sure they're on the same page as you as far as what goes out and what comes in, and what your expectations are with that, right? And with the Temperance card, balancing, right? That is a must, okay? For both of you to kind of be on the same page, or both companies, both partners, right? And if you're single and you don't necessarily have a partnership, whomever you exchange your cash with, Okay. Like, for example, if you bank with this particular bank, maybe you're trying online banking now, an online savings account that's very popular. Make sure that you read all the rules as far as how often you can take it out, how often you can transfer it before it starts costing you fees. Make sure you understand that so you're not back there 2 months later like, why am I being charged $25 every time I transfer? Oh, that was here, here, and here. So understand what the expectations are of you as well. Okay. Now let's talk about your job, career, and or business. I have the King of Pentacles on his outer side, the Two of Pentacles on his outer side, and the Seven of Wands on his outer side. Libra, when you show up, you show up, okay? So this is all in your sun energy, of course, because when we talk about business, career, and job, that's where we show up in our ego, right? So with that with that King of Pentacles, I get so much love from this king. So I don't know if this is like a boss, or I feel like it's more of a partner that you have. Intimate partner. Like I said, it's very difficult to talk about money with you, Libra. We go right to the heart. I feel like this is an intimate partner that you have that has so much doggone love for you, love for your, and it's not just love, they have a great respect for your ideas. So if you have an idea to bring into maybe a home business or an idea in how you can make extra money, they love to hear it. Okay. And with the Two of Pentacles, you are trying to balance out a way of how can I do what I love doing and make it a business. For example, if you're a stay-at-home mom, perhaps I can watch the neighbor's kids as I'm also at home with my kids to bring extra money into our household. Maybe you go to the gym often and people kind of see you as somewhat as an expert, like some of your friends and family. You're like, you know what? I go every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You guys join me. I'll charge you $25 a month, right? How can you incorporate something you love and make some money? And whoever is your partner you're in partnership with, or perhaps, there's something to where you have to kind of get the okay to do it. They're going to love it. They're going to love this idea. Okay. Now with the Seven of Wands, I feel like you have to defend this idea with this person. They love you, Libra, but they also want to make sure, and because they love you so much, they also want to make sure you're not giving too much burden to yourself or even to other parts of lives that you might share together. So for example, if you're a vegan and you want to start writing ebooks, or you want to have classes in your home, right? You have to kind of defend the reason that you're doing it and defend like, no, I'm still going to have time for us. Nope, I won't keep my kitchen a mess. Whatever arguments that might come upon you, have all of those kind of already figured out. Already have the opposition figured out. Have those answers already for those questions. Okay, and really, it's all out of love, Libra. It's not going to be because they don't think you know what you're doing. As a matter of fact, they think you're brilliant, but they also know that you can take on too much, and that's what this is, right? Sometimes you can take on too much and they don't like to see you stressed out. Okay. All right. So let's go to your calling, right? And I have the Five of Wands on this side. We already saw the beautiful Queen of Wands. And then we have the Ace of Chalices. So for some of us, right away, I got the beauty industry and almost like a spa-like environment. And then I went to yoga. So some of us are kind of in that arena. Perhaps some of us want to sell crystals, or we want to do readings, or we want to, it's this really like holistic, energetic kind of feeling I get from you, Libra. Like you're all about like we can share our love. How do I explain that? You want to do it through movement. You want to do it through aromas. You want to do it through treating your body well. So I see everything in there from spa all the way down to like yoga. You want the whole experience. Okay? And I keep seeing the lotus for you. I keep seeing it just like opening like that for you. Okay? And then with the 5 of Wands, I see a little bit of opposition for this transformation, but more so not in, like, for example, in your sun energy, it was like you have to convince your partner or convince the powers that be of this new opportunity that you're trying to merge into your lifestyle. Here, I see it more as you're fighting with yourself. Like, can I do it? Should I do it? And this is why you're here in deep thought. And typically, Libra, when you're here, it's during those times when you're like at the park, going for a walk, or if you're going for a jog, or even when you're in the car and the wind's just like going, blowing your hair. That's when all of a sudden you go to that place of, what do I do now? This is completely different than where I started as far as my thought process and what I thought life looked like. Okay? All right, so now let's expand on your money. I expanded on that Justice card. And we got the 6 of Wands along with the 9 of Cups, my Libra. Listen, I did a lot of expansion here, right? And everything is going to start falling into place. I feel like I need to tell you that. So whatever it is that you applied for, whatever it is that you're moving forward with, whatever involved, I feel like I see like money in an account and then it's transferred here in order to make this move forward. It's going to start falling into place. So before it was kind of like a hitch here, arguments there, or even, you forgot this document, or something negative came back, you're like, dang it, I'm not going to get it now. None of that. Whatever you wanted and desired is going to be a great time to celebrate that victory. And it's not just something that you're celebrating alone. Everyone is going to be happy, everyone that was involved. So whether you ask for a loan to grow your business, it's just not your victory. It's going to be the victory of the people who also work with you and or for you, right? If you did, apply for a loan for that Porsche, you're going to get it. And not only that, your partner's going to be like, yay. And they're almost like, I'm going to help you pay for some of those expenses too. I want to make sure that you have this success. I'm going to help you out too. I'm going to make sure that this is good for you too. It's very much a group effort, right? And let's not discount the efforts that you put in, the work that you put in, because that's what this is. It's not just only about a wish. This is a wish being granted because you put the work in to get it. And then with the expansion of that 2 of Cups, I have the Hierophant and the Temperance card. So I feel like that if you were looking for a blessing, right? Like, should we move forward? Should we do this? And I feel like you're almost, whatever your spiritual background is, right? Whatever your source is, okay? I feel like that you were going to source, or perhaps you were speaking to a loved one that's no longer with us and you were questioning it, right? Or perhaps you were even, questioning someone who you thought maybe opposed what you were doing or trying to do. It concerned you a little bit, and you were just like hoping that they would be okay with it. And they are, Libra. They are. It is official. You can know that, right? That you have the blessing to move forward. That is absolute alchemy. Absolute alchemy. Everything's just going to start like magically starting to fall into place. And then I have this Queen of Cups that I expanded on the Temperance card here. You have 2 Temperance cards. All of a sudden I feel so super relaxed, right? Because I feel like it's all just happening the way it's supposed to happen. There's no rigidness. There's no hesitation. Pardon me. And if we were waiting for someone to kind of get on board, they are now on board. Okay? So that's your money. Now let's go back to your job, career, business. So I expanded on this beautiful energy, right? And again, that energy, that partner, that husband, that wife, that boyfriend, that girlfriend, that business partner, they're like, okay, so you want to start incorporating this with what we're already doing? Libra, I don't know. It seems like a lot. And it's so, I just keep getting like, they're not discounting your idea. They really just don't want you to suffer, right? This is what they feel. They feel like that you are going to suffer. That's their biggest concern. So once you present this to them, right, and you let them know this is an investment to our business, to our family, to our job, to my sanity. I need to feel like I'm contributing too. That's what I get. And that's why you want to do it. It's almost like another source for you to say something. I'm doing something. Me. All right, so I expanded on that Seven of Wands. Remember I said that's all about defending this thing that you want to do. And it looks like you do have to go kind of hard because they are so concerned, right? And you have the Two of Wands along with the King of Swords. And that Two of Wands is telling me that you have finally made that decision to move forward. So before, when it was just an idea, right? Now that you've said, hey, this is what I want to do, they perked up and said, okay, tell me about it. And you're like, oh, okay, yep, I got it here, right? So this is encouraging you to say that when you mention it, be ready to actually have hard ideas, right? Be ready, okay? Don't go half-assed, or else they won't have confidence in you. They're just going to think that you're just, flipping off with some ideas. And that King of Swords is telling me that as well. Be confident in what you're saying. It needs to be exact, especially if you really want to do it, right? That makes sense. And you understand that, Libra. All right, so I expanded on that Two of Pentacles with the Queen of Pentacles. And this again is going to be part of your argument that you can still nurture what you already have going on, right? You can still juggle it in a nurturing kind of way. Like you have to let them know that no, our family won't suffer if I bring other children here to watch while you're at work and other moms are at work and they trust me and I'm here with our children as well. That won't suffer. It won't suffer that now we're adding daycare to our business, right? It's going to be better for the people who come to work and they can just come pick up their kids and, take them home right here. So it's going to be an addition to our business, not a burden for me, right? Okay. So in regards to our calling, I expanded on that Five of Swords, okay? And this back and forth that you keep going back with, that you're doing, Libra. Like, can I do it? Should I do it? What should I do? Just do it. Libra, I don't know what ideas you have, but they are blessed, right? They are, that's 100. So whatever they are, there's no need for you to keep fighting yourself. They are blessed. Okay? So move forward with it. Now, for those of us that are like thinking about, yes. So for those of us who are trying to venture out more into the like the spa type thing that we were talking about, spa, yoga, crystals. I see massage. I see a lot of water. So I don't know what that means to you, my Libra, but just know that whatever you're romanticizing about it, it's not exactly what you think it is, and it's going to require more work than you think it does, right? To be a yoga instructor, it's not just $300 and you go for 6 weeks. You want to be a yoga instructor, it's going to cost you a couple of $1,000 if you want a good yoga instructor, and you're going to do it for a minute, and you probably won't make any money, right? I'm just saying it because it's the truth, okay? So before you move forward, think about all the expenses involved, like we talked about with your money, involved with this new calling. Okay, if you want to sell crystals, think about how much it's going to cost you to get these crystals, to advertise, etc., etc. Will it be cost effective to sell them for $20 when it costs you $15 to purchase, right? Pardon me, Libra. Alrighty, so these are going to be the cards. I'm going to expand on that Queen of Wands. Every time I pick up this card, I almost lose my breath. Like, that's how powerful she is. When she steps into a room, she's one of those where you're like, wow. Even with her back turned, Libra, that is you to a T. Okay, so I expanded with the Chariot card, Four of Cups, and the Four of Swords. You don't have to read tarot to know what that is, Libra, okay? So let's get off our loins. We've been thinking about it a lot. And I know you've been resting because, Libra, I know you stayed busy. And it's very hard not to, right? People just automatically are attracted to you. It's that doggone Venus that just blessed your soul, right? So you've been busy. You've been resting. Now it's time to come out of that rest and take these thoughts, ideas, and move forward with them, okay? We don't have to be here anymore to where we're just thinking about them. Right? These ideas, like I said, these ideas are just like coming to you. It's amazing. Libra, write these things down, record them on your phone, do whatever, because whatever you do, it is going to be blessed. This is amazing. Pick a couple of lottery numbers too. Just saying. I just feel like a lot of luck is going on here for you, Libra. Listen, I absolutely adore you. Do those things that YouTubers ask for. Please do it for me by liking and sharing and subscribing. I would absolutely love it. Otherwise, see you next time, Libra, and I absolutely adore you.